Rocco, wake up. Rocco, come on, baby. I think it's a case of just pure shock and you don't believe it. I think anyone who's been through that horrendous experience, overwhelming lack of understanding. Like, you just don't understand. It's not meant to happen. So it was very
yuck.
Very daunting. Like, there's nothing you can do, and very awful. It's really heartbreaking because it comes from a really beautiful moment between the couple being very happy and then discovering Rocco. Yeah, heartbreaking. I did a lot of research on losing children and the psychological effects on parents, and it is a very hard thing to even, professionals find it very difficult to sort of say what you have to do in that situation. There are no rules, and it is a sort of a taboo subject in the psychological world because it's such a primal thing and it goes against everything that, people are meant to go through. You are not meant to lose children. You're meant to lose parents and cousins and grandparents. You're not meant to lose a child. So it's a very difficult experience for parents, and it doesn't go away. You learn to live with it, but that kind of grief doesn't leave you.
I walked in and I saw the coffin, which was unfortunately a real coffin. That just did my head in. I was very unhappy for a good, say two months. It was just, I can't even describe how horrific it was carrying that coffin up and down that aisle, however many times I had to do it on the day. I'm glad I did it, but I don't want to do it again, put it that way.
That kind of pain coming up to the surface and being let out in that kind of situation, I think it feels like that is how she will feel for the rest of her life if she lets it out like that.
I always like to believe in love and in hope. I mean, it's when you go through something so tragic, I'd like to think people go through these sorts of situations that it can actually bring them closer, and they can support each other through this horrific events. We do so much work with Westmead Children's Hospital, and you meet so many of these parents, and it is amazing to see how the spirits that they keep. And they're these kids, they're smiling and laughing, and I always walk out thinking to myself, how do they do it? I'll have a whinge if I strain a muscle at basketball, and these people are going through these horrific terminal illnesses, and they've spent their savings keeping their children alive.
It's very much amazing. About the family support, and it's when it really comes into play and looking after each other. And it depends, this kind of grief depends on the individual person so much. I mean, Heath deals with it in a certain way and Bianca deals with it in a completely different way. And, whether they both have the ability to accept each other's way of grieving, that's sort of where the drama lies, I suppose.
Fingers crossed.
So what am I without you? Am I roses without the thorns? Or am I thunder without the storm?